see that there's already some people there. Wow, I read that. My foot is pretty Sweden. I was like, wait, let me read that again. Through my glasses. Oh, God. Yeah, my chat's like super tiny. I gotta make it bigger. Okay, be safe. I'm so sorry about your foot being pretty swollen. It looks pretty bad. In fact, girl, it's the best Halloween knot costume I've seen in a long time. Okay. Just gonna put a few things in the chat, and then we'll do a free collective message. Purple. Molly. That sounds really scary. I also kind of wish I knew where this music was coming from. Chance and close that window and see if it's that window. I'm really confused. Oh, I found it. Okay, I just want to turn it down a little. You're gonna send me a picture of what? I like the music too. I just wanted to turn it down a little. Hey Meryl, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, okay, it's a new tattoo. Okay, yeah, sure. Send it to me. Put the spirit box on in a minute. I want to ask it some questions. sweetheart? I look in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Now, come on, you're just trying to make me laugh with the taco thing. Thank you. It worked. Thanks. Dorito logo taco. Welcome to the haunted house. Do you want to be our haunted taco? Our haunted taco box? Sea lion. Did you just crawl out of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe book? What's this channel about? I seem to have forgotten. What do you think it's about? Me too. I just got here too. It's paid tarot card readings on the lives, but it's not a tarot channel. Okay. It's just a channel about my life. I'm a musician and an artist, and I guess my message is my life, and my life is my message, and that's what it's about. Pammy, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. How have you been, Pammy? Pammy Bear? Look at this beautiful candle that I just don't have the heart to burn. So I put some selenite and a pretty rose quartz in it. And sometimes I like to sniff it to remind myself of what home smells like. And it's a La Jolie Muse sandalwood candle. I don't know, somebody got it for me. I think I found some on Amazon and eBay. But yeah, hey Danielle, how are you, sweetheart? But I was just cleaning up the desk here earlier today and found this candle sitting underneath it. But I guess that's because every time I do a live, I sit at this table and I don't want to knock it down, so I put it under the table. But it is found now, so it'll probably get put on the mantle. I just don't have the heart to burn it. What's going on, Danielle? What's going on? Chicky doodles. just picking up on what he's thinking of and what he's feeling. Telepathy is a very real thing, you guys. And it's a very real thing that people who are mute or can't speak, or maybe they have Alzheimer's or dementia, can use as well. And probably do use very often as well. I mean, I remember being a caregiver to my mother and many animals and many people, and telepathy was practiced on a regular basis. But that's just because we pick up on each other's thoughts and feelings, Danielle. And even if we don't know where they're coming from. And sometimes we do know where they're coming from. Sometimes we do have that inner compass to know. But because we're so programmed to doubt ourselves, the first thing we start doing is telling ourselves we're crazy and doubting ourselves that we're even having this premonition. So give yourself a pat on the back for, realizing that you're at least picking up on that energy. I mean, it didn't just come from your butthole, or his. I think you're sure. I just think you're in doubt. Do you feel naturally this way about people in general, though? If they share the same views as you? I'm just curious. Like when you meet someone, maybe you've gotten to know them a little bit, and you start to wonder about their views, their morals, their values, their traditions. I know I do. Hey Yang, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I wonder if this speaker is charged. What's my favorite Halloween movie or my favorite horror flick? I mean, there's Halloween, like, do you mean the actual Halloween movie? Or, like, okay, we'll get a little more specific. Probably Night of the Living Dead, the original one. It's like a classic. But if I was gonna, like, cozy up with a bag of popcorn and, a scary movie, it would definitely have to be, like, The Company of Wolves or Silver Bullet's really scary. And there's a lot of good ones out there, man. Especially those classic horror ones. We're coming to get you, Barbara. Oh. So much fun this time of year, isn't it? Get in bed with you, what? I'm pretty sure you're in your bed with your phone and I'm on your phone, so don't be a butt plug now. Yeah, it's because, I'll tell you why, Yang, that happens. So, last night, or we do a reading last night? Didn't we talk a little bit about the person on your mind and heart last night? And then we did your free reading, correct? Because you bought a reading earlier this week. So sometimes that's why I tell you guys to aggressively hydrate. Sometimes I may do a reading for somebody and the energy that is exchanged might really set you on fire because you're putting your you're putting your consciousness, your spirit, and your soul in it to really focus on what I'm saying, and I'm doing the same while we talk to your most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Even if it's just the dirt outside that you believe in, and that's it. So you're probably very thirsty today because we did a reading. I've also had the spirit box on in the chat. Even if it wasn't turned up while you were here, it may have made you just as tired as it makes me. Also, if you're vaping nicotine, that stuff will dehydrate you quicker than anything. If you don't vape nicotine, awesome. Circle. I've never had one of those circle things. I have a zero water filter. And, but I've never tried one of those circle things. I really appreciate water. I used to not like to drink it, but I really like to drink it now. And I do have a favorite brand, but I don't buy it because they serve it, unfortunately, serve it in plastic bottles now, so I'm not too keen on plastic bottles. You know, unless it's absolutely necessary. Their cucumber essence is good. Yeah, I do Spiritbox, Danielle. I'm about to put it on. But I'm not sure if my speaker is working. So I might put the Spiritbox on. I don't know. I don't even know if it'll turn on at this point. I feel kind of silly saying I was going to do Spiritbox tonight, but...
Bluetooth already open.
Okay.
Waiting for a Bluetooth connection.
Alright, that works. Yeah, it's working.
Now in SB7 mode. Low battery.
No battery. Don't give me your low battery crybaby stuff.
Low battery.
Anybody doing anything fun for Halloween? You going winter shopping tomorrow?
Low
That
battery.
sounds fun. Like, what kind of winter stuff? I think I told you yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, that I hate shopping. But please send me pics.
Low
I do like window
battery.
shopping. Christmas decorations. You can have all mine. You can have my Christmas decorations, and you can have my my winter clothing. But you can't have my spirit hood. I need that to stay warm. Keep my Greek statue warm. I would definitely suggest, Yang, if you want to get a really awesome jacket that's comfortable and will keep you
Low
warm,
battery.
definitely, Matt Man has the night. That's where he is. Yeah, get a spirit hood. You'll be so happy and so pleased with that jacket that you will never want to trade it for anything else.
I think I may have talked about him in the chat before.
Low battery.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Low battery.
I'm back.
Maximum volume.
Let me link you in, Yang, to the spirit hood. Man, I'm so glad the tired look is in
Low
nowadays.
battery.
Why does it keep going over there?
Low battery. Low battery.
What? They have a... Why would... What? Why does Spirit Hoods have a Hooters girl on the front page? That's awesome. And I was just saying, like, the other night, if I might just wear my Hooters,
Low
gosh,
battery.
I can't believe they made us wear those kind of things at Hooters, being a waitress, but I wear my Hooters outfit. I had hoped to get one when I was working there that said Atlanta, but they gave me one that said Utah. So I guess they have Hooters in Utah. I didn't really like their food. I only liked they have really good, I think it's steamed clams, or maybe it's steamed oysters. Here's the link. Yeah, I got lost in the Halloween sale extended with the Hooters girls on the front of the Spirit website. But yeah, like I was saying, these are really good jackets. They make blankets, they make pajamas, they make a lot of things. So just have fun looking at the website and enjoy yourself. I know I have 100 times. And I got the, I don't think the one that I have is available anymore, as it was like a limited edition, but I'm pretty sure they have other jackets like it that are purple or limited editions. I don't see any in dark purple, but oh my god, they have Rainbow Bear. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, this black wolf is so badass.
Low
That's what I
battery.
have, is a purple wolf. Here's the black wolf. Check this out, Yang. It's so cute. So they have, you know, bears, wolves, cats, all kinds of different stuff. So what that means is like my spirit hood is a wolf spirit hood, because that's my, I feel like that's my
Low
spirit
battery.
animal. I do love me a good wolf. But I'm a dog person, so naturally I would pick a wolf spirit hood over a bear.
Low battery.
Oh, hey Liz. I just saw you came in, honey. It's nice to see you, babe. Alright, let's see if the spirit box is gonna work. I wish I had some rainbow. If there's any spirits there that would like to communicate with us tonight.
Low battery.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a little battery through the whole. What spirit? Beep beep to you too. Free. You bet. I've come to ask a specific spirit to come forward tonight. Harold, are you there? Are you there, Harold? No? Good. Stay away or I will fucking hurt you. And keep your pansy boy away from me too. How many spirits are with us now? Isn't that interesting? Let's go slow it down a little. Maybe we can actually get full sentences. Are there any spirits there that want to come forward and speak? Are there any good spirits that want to say hello? Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot, spirit. Did it just say love you? What? What's name? So sorry she had to go through that, Pam. It's okay. You don't have to type perfect. It's alright. We can read your type of these. Hey, Strawberry, how you been? Did it just say Strawberry on the Spiritbox? That was wild.
Nothing.
Hey, is Strawberry's grandpa there? Hey, Cody, how are you? That was wild. That was so wild. Oh my gosh, he waited a year. Oh. It's what kind of scares me about the treatment I need that I haven't been able to get. It's like, how much more damage is actually happening because I'm not unable to get the treatment. Oh, I'm sorry, Strawberry, but they're always with you. You know that. They're always there with you. All you have to do is just call out their name, whether it's in your mind or out loud. And they're probably most likely one of your most trusted and strongest spirit guides, so find comfort in that. You know, while we might lose our rental cars, we don't lose our consciousness. And that is definitely, I feel, a blessing in itself. Pretty cool. It's almost like it's an evolving process. Our whole lives, the transformation. Are there any spirits that would like to share their name with us? Molly, maybe they'll come back someday. Is that how you died, Spirit? You fell off a cliff? Did you fall off a cliff here in the neighborhood? It's true.
What?
It's so active tonight. Do you want to tell us your story? Where are you from, Spirit? Where are the spirits from tonight? Are you from here? What, you're a genie? Did you just say I'm a genie? Or are you talking about somebody named Genie? Is your name Genie? Oh wow, there's 11 people in the chat and 11 likes. Make a wish. Make a wish when you see 11 or 11. So have any of you been working on your manifestations, and what are your feelings on letting go of those manifestations? Just curious. Thought I'd ask. Ghouls? Where, Spirit? Where are there ghouls? A ghost? Where? Can you show yourself to me? Don't do that. You always do that. I don't want to see that. I know you're here. Can you see me, though? Can you see me, Spirit? Oh, that's a pretty tattoo, Molly. Wow. That is super cool. I love it. Really cool. What about tonight, Spirit? What's nice, Spirit? Do I ever remote view? Only with Organite. Which I have thousands of pieces here in the house, but I haven't done it in a while. But yet, it's almost like I do it every day. And I really do feel like what I was telling somebody earlier, like, I think it was Danielle. You know, we pick up on each other's feelings, thoughts, and emotions, even if we don't know where it's coming from, I feel. And I guess I feel that way because I've experienced it and witnessed it with people in my life. But besides the point, you know, you may doubt yourself that somebody's having certain thoughts or feelings, but I feel it's only because, you know, we're programmed that maybe telepathy is not real. We're programmed to believe remote viewing is not real, or that something that we thought we saw wasn't real because it wasn't viewed through a certain perspective that can be scientifically proven. But back to remote viewing, I think that many people remote view without really realizing it, and I really believe that it's just their doubt that, you know, it could be a psychosis instead. Like, I know there's some people who might see things that they didn't really see, but that's not always because of a psychosis or because of drugs or because of you know, abuse or trauma. It's because they're really having an experience. It may be prophetic, it may be spiritual, it may be nothing at all. He sent me a message, okay, I was still oogling over the tattoo. Yeah, sure, Molly. We can do one. You can cash in one of your free readings. Oh, yeah, for sure. I believe that could be. For sure. And that's why I get kind of lost on the fact that, you know, many people say, oh, it's so evil of you to do tarot cards, or it's so wrong of you to channel the dead. Well, I'm a death doula. What's the difference between me helping them, whether they're alive, about to die, dying in the dying process, or passed on? Okay? It's so evil for me to be a necromancer who reads tarot cards, well, so be it. I'm not doing any sins. I'm not sinning. You know, and if it's not okay to talk to dead people, then why not it's okay to talk to Jesus? You know what I mean? Like, or just, you know, and I've gotten my ass beaten for saying things like that before, but, you know, and I've really kind of kept my mouth shut about how I feel about things like that, but I just feel like there's so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? Strawberry, can you ask the ghost if their name is Derek? Sure. Is Derek there? Is your name Derek? Is there a spirit there named Derek? Okay, Molly, I was just going through my list of readings, of free readings and stuff, and you do have an extra one, babe. So let me go ahead and look at your questions here. Sorry, I got quiet for a moment. I had to go over my list of reads. Promise what, Spirit? I just said promise. What do you want me to promise, Spirit? Well, if anyone has a hard time hearing me, just pretend it's an ASMR channel and grab some headphones, okay? If you can't hear me. I'm just gonna probably just turn the music down a little bit more so I can do Molly's reading here. And just turn the spirit box down a smidgen, but not too much in case. So if any loved ones of Strawberry or anyone named Derek, they are for Strawberry. If anybody has any specific questions, any other specific questions you'd like to ask, that's fine. If you'd like to get a paid channeled message reading from a loved one, you can also get that with the Spirit Box in the REM pod. So I feel like, Molly, the Healing Family Issues card and the Attraction card are letting you know, like, you know how kind of you feel like those people there are your family, like, he's your family kind of thing. Like, Spirit saying, like, the Healing Family Issues card from the Romance Angel Oracle deck is saying, like, you going back is going to be, did the Spirit Box just say you're going to rock it? It's like this card is saying you're coming back to a place that's going to feel like home, and it'll be healing because you'll be there healing whatever issues that you might have all been going through while you guys were not together in that kind of sense. Not in the sense of traditionally what the card says on paper, in my opinion, okay? Because you don't read like that, but I will read the card to you though, just so you can know what it says. That's your, at your leisure and think about it. So your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So I know that probably sounds ridiculous at this point, but I really feel like at the end of the day, you know, it's really about, you know, forgiving yourself for y'all not seeing each other sooner, and y'all having a good time, and like it being healing, because you're healing from the issues that maybe you both have gone through, you know, by visiting each other, and you guys, you know, feel like you're family. And the other card was, yeah, here it is, attraction. Maybe there's something about the green dress, something about the way her hair looks, the color of her red hair. It's kind of a reddish golden brown, golden blonde kind of color. I feel like this is saying, and it's the attraction card, that this is also a look that maybe you should go for more often when you are around your person. You know, that medieval kind of look appeases you and your natural beauty, your natural European beauty. That card also says, I'll read that to you as well, because he is attracted to you. I mean, he's very attracted to you. It's like a new flower blooming in the garden for him. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So even though you guys are not physically romantic, Molly, you guys are quite intimate. And I think that with your relationship or connection or whatever you guys have, it's the intimacy that you share in a way that is, you know, it's unconditional, and I think you have learned in the relationship that you have with him what true intimacy can really be, and how to spot it despite maybe thinking that all that romance and passion with the pilot, you know, at one time in your life you may have thought that was true intimacy, but it really wasn't. I mean, it was, but you know what I mean. Like, intimacy is more than just, you know, banging 10 times in one night and moving on. Okay, now let's go over to the other question. I'm going to do like an energy checkup on you guys, on you and him. And now I'll go ahead and ask those few questions about the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Hey, New York Greek, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing a reading, so I can't really read the chat at the moment, y'all, but I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm just doing a card reading for Molly. So please don't think I'm ignoring y'all. If you've said something to me, I'll get back to you in a moment. I kind of don't feel that these are going to be the cards, but I'm going to pull one. I'm going to pull two anyways, and then clarify them with a different deck. Did the spirit box just say boobs? Okay then, Spirit. Alright. Spirit, can you clarify this world card, please? Calling for who is most trusted and strongest spirit guides on this world card here. Can you please clarify the Ten of Pentacles? Yeah, I know Death. He's a good friend of mine. What about the person spirit? Okay, so you can do both if you really wanted to, Molly. You could really do both. Oh wow. Oh, I just love this card. I can't wait to show it to you. So I asked, should you go back to Greensboro for a chance to play? Spirit said yes, of course. You should definitely go back to Greensboro and spend some time with your inner circle there, okay? But clarifying it in regards to going to Greensboro and playing, Spirit saying, you know, the card showed up to me reversed. This is the Death card, but I don't read reversals anymore, but I'm going to give you both in this case. So I want to give you the benefit of the doubt of at least knowing what this card would mean reversed. Spirit saying this card's about thriving and nourishing yourself while you can be in the presence of your person in his inner circle. You know, there won't be much of a change possibly in the situation that you're in regarding what's going on with the surgery and the recovering. And I only say that because I feel like spirits, you know, instead of the transformation being upwards here, it's a little bit more like thinking about playing right now might actually hurt a bit much more than it really would be able to transform you. There might be other ways to progress through that kind of energy, to experience something that you want to experience, the intimacy and things like that. But necessarily you must understand that there won't really be a big like transformation emotionally in regards to if there is that kind of situation that may happen. But I don't, this card is so positive that it kind of trumps the idea of this being in reverse, in my opinion. So the way I kind of feel about this is it's like Spirit saying yes, but no. You need to go back to Greensboro to visit mostly and focus on your inner circle and bonding with them. But yes, you must go back to Greensboro, but maybe hold off on the chance to play if it's something that may interfere with you transforming into, more of a stable kind of healed situation instead of you're just thriving and you're on a boot, or you're thriving and you're on a crutch, and you're thriving and you're still healing, before doing too much activity or too much overbearing yourself in a situation where it's December, it's cool outside, you need to be careful where you're walking and where you're going in your situation. If you need a walking stick, get it. See how she's got the beautiful scythe in her hand? Notice how she has the lantern, okay? And make sure that you're warm when you go visit there. So I also asked for it to clarify in regards to Asheville, which it did say, yeah, you would find much fortune and joy in going to Asheville in this Ten of Pentacles. You guys will have so much fun spending time and money on each other. But you have, clarifying that energy, you have this, It's dark. I need to turn the light on. So you have this Eight of Cups, but this makes me feel like he may want to lean more to, once again, chilling out with the inner circle and bonding instead of maybe going and spending 3 exhausting days. I mean, he's up for it. He's willing in the Ten of Pentacles. But he might lean more towards wanting to lead the dance. Remember what we talked about the dance? You don't always have to be in your masculine energy. Let him decide. Okay, let him lead the dance. If you and him were on Dancing with the Stars, okay, he's always the leader of the dance. You must let him lead the dance. Okay? But remember, you're always the star. Alright? You're always the wow factor. That's just how it is. So he might lean more to wanting to, you know, be around the inner circle and a lot of rest and relaxation and chilling out and enjoying your time together. Now, the overall card that is my favorite card from this deck is the Ace of Swords, which definitely whatever you do choose, okay, with what you've learned here tonight and today, this Ace of Swords is letting you know it is a new beginning for you and your person here. And you notice that they're playing. You will be more mentally refreshed. He will be more mentally refreshed. And there may very well be some intimacy, yes, yes. But only a intimacy that is pleasurable. Nothing that is too overbearing or too overwrought or too wild or too fucking crazy. But it will definitely be spiritual, whatever it is. And it will definitely be caring and respectful. And that's what's important, is that that's how you both, you know, that's how you both are generally anyway. So the wow factor here with the Ace of Swords is just such an amazing and awesome energy to begin a whole new year together and have this holiday experience together in that Ace of Swords. So yes, there's all 3 of them combined can very well be your, you know, you can have your cake and eat it too, darling. But you have to make sure that you're paying close attention to your boundaries and your limits emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay? Okay, I'm going to just catch up with chat here real quick. Oh, it's so funny, some of the things that people say. Hey, New York, great. Oh, you've always worn some shade of green around him. That's cool. Okay, sweetheart. Yeah, New York, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. You can do up to 3. Let's see. I know he's attracted to me. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely attracted. They definitely have the chemistry. Oh, yeah, I know Cass too. Love it. I think that Cass is romantic. I just think that he's romantic in a different way that you've never experienced with some of the guys that you... Okay, I promise you. Just give him some time. He needs a little bit more time. Well, I think you have a definite full commitment from him and a friend, definitely. Overnight, yeah, overnight me $1 million, Spirit. Bring it here, bring it right now. Oh wow, 4 years he's been around. Wow, that's good. That's a good solid 4 years to get to know each other. Yeah, what you guys have is enough. It's cool. It's so sweet that he brings you coffee. So you probably go late December, okay. Oh, is it easier to fly into Greensboro? Okay. Oh, okay, so you want to know what the true spiritual purpose is of your connection? Hey Mikey, welcome back to the channel. So if anybody wants to get a paid reading, I would suggest go ahead and put in for a paid reading now because I am going to be logging out. I've got to go to bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Holy cow, Batman. Hey Tex, how are you, dear? Spirit, I'm calling forth New York Greek's most trusted and strongest spirit guide. What exactly is the spiritual purpose of the connection they have with the Gemini? And what do they need to know about that? Spirit says time. Then you have the King of Fire. So I'm going to go ahead and let you look at this card. So you can pick up its energy and get an idea for card number 35. And time is what this card is called. In regards to your spiritual sense with, you don't know what this looks like to you. If I said this was a zebra, you would say, yeah, that's a zebra. So it's just trees, okay? It's just winter. It's talking about winter. There's a couple of things that are in the trees. I don't know if you can tell what they are, but once again, it's a kind of fish out of water card, okay? The spiritual purpose might very well be to understand that you're not so much a fish out of water, that you very much, through time and space, expanding time and space with Gemini, that you are supposed to learn something more deeper about yourself than maybe whatever deeper waters you were lost in alone. And also the spiritual purpose of the spiritual purpose of finding what is idealistic in this connection, that is spiritually idealistic. All right, you were sent here to have a spiritual experience with them. Then be ambitious about it. Talk to them about it. Communicate with them about it. Be charismatic about it. But focus in on what the spiritual experience is that you want to have, because nothing really has a meaning until you give it a meaning. You might want to communicate this kind of stuff with this person. You know, and I feel like that's just to give you some clarity on the time and why time. So what is it about time that gives us such power? The power to change all that exists back into dust? What is this unseen force akin to the wind, a force that can shape the land as well as our lives? Learn to play with time, a surreal element like fish swimming in treetops. A person of power knows how to arrange time. Thank you, Mikey. I appreciate that. That's very kind and generous of you. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that, New York Greek. I apologize. I forgot all about that alarm being on. No. Did the spirit box just say no? Anyways, a person in power knows how to arrange time. Put on your watch and be aware of the time at which you do everything. Watch the sun, the moon, the transit of the stars. Find out the time that Venus is lowest in the sky before dawn, and be aware of your physical cycles regarding those planets. When you get hungry, when you sleep. Our society is obsessed with time, so now become time. If you are obsessed with something, it is better to explore it than to deny it. So if you, over time, have become a bit obsessed, maybe even with wondering what that spiritual purpose is, give it some meaning. If you care about it and you really want to progress into realizing what it was or what it is, you know, it could just be a self-realization thing. You know, your power depends on your balanced use and understanding of time. For instance, people are always so concerned with age. I believe that age discrimination is a very real thing. A very real thing that we all experience. I feel like age is just a chronological way of keeping track of how long someone has been on the earth, right? We would not have we had no sense of time, okay, for billions of years on this planet, except for the cycles between the sun and the moon and the stars, all right? Yeah, I'm using time I'm using age as an example, okay? As how people are very structured by time. And I feel like this... Okay, so what are you lost about, New York Greek? Mikey, if you have a question and you want to answer, put your question in the chat. What part are you lost? I think that you're completely lost on your spiritual purpose path anyways. I think that you know what it is, but you might be feeling doubtful. But Spirit says with the time card, you can change that. It's like, what is their sense of time? Are you giving anything meaning in regards to time? Like, for instance, you know, what if you are putting a time frame on some kind of spiritual purpose between you and Gemini? Maybe that's making things be on pause. Stalemate. Feel kind of cold like winter. I don't know. But what are you lost about, dear? What do you feel you're most lost about? And how can I help you? Are you still there, New York Greek? Okay, maybe he disconnected. Or maybe he's typing. I don't know. YouTube doesn't tell us. Okay, good. You're still here. Okay, so what? I know you asked about the spiritual purpose with Gemini. We were talking earlier about you speaking to this person about the spiritual purpose yourself. The clarification card regarding your time oracle card for the spiritual purpose. You know, you may be feeling like a little bit of a fish out of water. Maybe you feel a little bit like your spiritual purpose might be different than others, or your perception of it, but Spirit's saying, you know, become aware of time. And the card was essentially talking about you know, your power regarding your situation spiritually depends on you being understanding of time, understanding time. Maybe it's time for you to do some history lessons on the time and space of spirituality, and maybe educate yourself on many different spiritualities so that you are versed in these subjects. You know, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. So what is your purpose? What is your purpose regarding your spiritual path? Spirit's just telling you pretty much that your spiritual purpose is to be in alignment with them, you know, and discover what it is that you are what your spiritual pattern is according to, you know, the way you are expressing yourself through space and time. When you have space and time to do so. You know, I don't know what's going on with your situation between you and Gemini, but if you feel like you have a spiritual purpose, if you feel lost, well, I'm here to tell you, if you feel like you have a spiritual purpose with them, well, you need to tell them how you feel. And if they don't feel the same, well, I'm just sorry that they haven't met themselves deeply enough to meet you that deep. It's not your fault. Not everybody can meet you as deeply as you met yourself. I'm going to go to bed if nobody's going to purchase a reading. Mikey, if you're going to put your question in the chat, I know that you paid a little bit of cash as a donation to the channel, so I appreciate that. If you want to ask the Spiritbox a question or something, you can. Welcome back, Metal Ring. And remember, New York Greek, you can always you know, rewind this reading. You did get the King of Fire. Your spiritual purpose might be also to be like a teacher of spirituality as well to this person. So, you know, find some joy in that. Be happy with whatever you're experiencing. If it feels right, it feels good, then it probably is. Did the spirit box just say the name Jason? Yes, Spirit, I need a drink. Can you get me a drink, Spirit? Oh, really? She recognized the car. That's so cute. I love that. Spirit, you want more questions? I don't have any more questions. I'm all out of questions for you. Maybe you could tell me, why we're here. Is there someone named Mike in the channel? Because the spirit box just said, "Hey, Mike." Looks like you're hidden butt plug. Wrong channel. Did you hear C3PO? Okay, Spirit. That was so fucking funny. That was really kind of weird. just don't understand why people want me to talk so bad about vaginas. And I'm certainly not going to discuss my magical fairy vagina with any of you on YouTube. So, yeah. Oh, God. Can we just get more tacos in the chat now, please? I want more tacos. Those made me laugh earlier. Alright, I'm going to bed. I'm going to take my magical fairy vagina to bed. And I am going to go to sleep. I've already set my alarm. I've got my gun. And I've got my blowtorch. My Negan baseball bat. My pepper spray. I probably won't sleep tonight much. Yeah, dude, see her. I did hear from her today. I did her private reading for her earlier today. She says hi, you guys. She was here last night or the other night. I did a reading for her in chat. It was fun. God, that was so funny, Meryl, with the sound, that the spirit box made. I have never heard it ever make that noise. In fact, you know what? I wonder what that noise. It kind of sounded like a cell phone ringing. So I was wondering if it was actually picking up the vibration of a cell phone ringing somewhere near me, or in the house, or something like that. Because do you remember, like, when cell phones, when you'd have a cell phone and have a mobile device, if you got it too close to the laptop or a computer, it would sort of sound like that weird noise. Hey, welcome to the Chammy. Was there a love collective reading tonight? I haven't done the collective message yet tonight. I was waiting till the end, which I'm about to do now. And I can do a love collective reading, sure. I just want to say goodnight to the hilarious ghosts that have come by tonight and talked to us, said people's names. Thanks to Strawberry Spirits for coming by. Thanks everybody for coming by tonight. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you got lost, New York Greek. I don't know where you went to. I was waiting for you to reply. Hi, your name's John. The spirit box just said I'm John. Like, what? You're John. Will you marry the Gemini? If not, the chapter complete. Well, that's very possible. Thanks so much for your donation. There you are. Nine inches, sure, that'll look great taxidermied on my living room wall. Spirit says about your love story here. I just want you to remember, New York Greek, that you are the beautiful creator of this love story. You are the person that is literally co-creating with your universe of the universes, or your spiritual creator, whatever you believe is your spirit guides. Your life story, your love story. I just want to get my love tarot deck to answer these questions for you. I think it's very proper of you to ask if you'll marry this person, but also at the same time, it's ultimately your choice. And I want to just kind of put the power back in your hands with that, because you're the magic wand with this love story. Not them, not somebody else, not your family, but you and your personal creator. So talk to your creator as if it's your best friend. Ask for that spiritual guidance and that purpose, right? It may come to you as a dream. It may come to you as it may be something that may come to you in a way that might even be through a vision. It may come to you through a lucid dream. Spirit, I'm calling forth New York Greek's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. There's the magician just popping out to remind you that you are the spell here, the wand. You are the magic wand here, orchestrating this love story. If you want to marry this person, you should go ask them tomorrow. Spirit says through patience, kindness, and understanding, you will understand, why we're talking about this today. The Temperance card also has 2 of Cups in the hand. Spirit's saying this is very much can be very much a true love story. This is somebody you want to marry. Yes, it is already yours. It is done. There's no waiting around for it. I don't know what your limiting beliefs and circumstances are, New York Greek, and I don't know what their limiting beliefs and circumstances are either. Okay? But I feel like at the end of the day, you really can have me and do whatever you want with this. The Spirit box just said yes. Spirit, what else does New York Greek need to know? If they aren't getting married, do they need... It's not a new chapter. Should they just move on to someone else? I just don't see how you can move on to someone else so easily. But Spirit says you very well may just move on to someone else. Let me get Spirit to create that, to clarify it. Two Hierophants here, which are very much an indication of your spiritual path. Okay, leading you away from what possibly might be crazy about the Gemini and this Devil card. You may just decide that you have run out of patience with the situation. You may just realize that your spiritual journey and purpose is far more important to, far more important to you. All right. You might realize you have 2 Hierophants here, okay? It's not usually something that happens to me during a tarot card reading, to do a question for someone and then clarify it with another deck and get the same damn card. So we just asked if you should move on to someone else, and it's, it's like really saying it, like, yeah, like you very well, this may very well happen. Because you might just get fed up, with maybe some of the crazy that's going on with the Gemini. Now you have not mentioned any kind of crazy with Gemini, but this is definitely, this is Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls. And while she was not a bad woman and she was very faithful to her husband, she was still very much a master manipulator. She was very ornery, okay? Very ornery. And I love Blanche Devereaux. But at the same, so this is the only devil card I keep in any of my tarot decks because it is Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls. All the other devil cards, like, you're not going to find them in any of the other decks because I don't believe in the devil the way other people believe in the devil, but I do believe in Blanche Devereaux, so I hope that's okay. That's just the kind of tarot card reader I am. But you have 2 Hierophants here, and you very well, I mean, Spirit saying, yeah, you can marry the Gemini. Yeah, you can. You can. But you may decide that maybe you don't want so much of Blanche over here. But not that Blanche is bad, because she was very faithful and loving and caring to her husband. Never cheated on him and never did anything to be a bad wife. But after she passed away, and before they got married, she wasn't the best version of herself. Oh no. Okay, so I would suggest that if she's spinning around too much and won't talk to you, then you stop being aware of that version of her. So you're only aware of that because you know, because it's there in front of you. But go back to a version of her that you actually want to see her show up as. Because if there's going to be too much, she's not talking with me, you might accidentally start resenting her. And I know you don't want to resent this person, you don't want to resent anybody, but, you know, not talking with you, you know, sometimes people use that as a form of punishment, which is a form of mental abuse, which is interesting because the Devil card can very well be very much a card about mental abuse, okay? Means like maybe she's like, you know, going around in circles. Bridges. What about bridges?
The night.
The night. Matman, are you there? Do you got the night? Yeah. Stay away from me, Ray, or I will hurt you. And you won't live another year. You'll be lucky if you wake up in the morning talking to me like that. Keep your dicks in your pants and in your own comments. Don't bring your dicks in my chat. Thanks for hiding him, Molly. I appreciate it. Indecisive. Oh, God. No. It's not that the Gemini's indecisive. is that the Gemini is a master manipulator. Okay? There's two sides to the Gemini. Okay? I have dealt with both men and women as a Gemini. Okay? I'm sorry. I would not trust many Geminis if it wasn't for my roommate, who's a pretty good Gemini. And I feel like at the end of the day, when it comes to that indecisiveness, it's not really indecisiveness. What it is it's like, okay, so you have to understand that Gemini is an air sign, which is a very mental sign, okay? Which is a very airy kind of mental kind of, and they can be flaky, right? But they know they're calculated negotiators. Okay? This person is sadly negotiating every puzzle of your life by using these manipulative tactics, like not talking to you, because that's been programmed in them, unfortunately, astrologically, a little bit. Personally, from what they've experienced in their life and what they've been taught in their values, probably a lot of that has also been shown to her or him by their mother or their father, or maybe they saw it work with a friend or a sister, or they, you know, got on one of these YouTube channels and some fucking dumb guru said, you know, fucking don't talk to them ever again or give them your attention, and they'll come running and beg you to, you know, marry them and sweep them off their feet. I know, right? Ugh. Ugh. So what I want you to do, I want you to look at this Gemini's chart. And then I want you to pay close attention to, like, the rising sign, the moon sign. See if you can find what sign the Lilith is in, the black moon Lilith, okay? This is going to be very important as well. You're going to want to also take some aspects from Mars, the Mars and Venus trine, just to kind of see where their headspace is with what they really want and truly seek in a relationship and love, all right, and how they react to it. So I'm going to give you a YouTube channel that I absolutely love to do this kind of research regarding astrological charts and how their other planets come into play, because it's not just that sun sign. Okay, that sun sign is like a little tiny piece of it, okay, but yet it is a huge factor. So let me see, what is this guy's name again? Can't remember his channel name all the time, even though I am a subscriber, because he doesn't really post anything anymore. It's been a long time. In fact, I don't even know, is Astro Finesse even still making videos? Videos. The last video that Astro Finesse made was 1 year ago. Damn. I hope he's still alive. Yeah, well, anyways, he has an amazing channel. Let me go ahead and share it with you. This may very well help you to decipher the diagram of this Gemini. Keep me updated, New York Greek. I'm a Scorpio with only a dash of Gemini. Okay, how do you get their chart without the time? You mean like how do you get their rising sign without the time? Well, you know, that part, don't worry about that part actually. I'm sorry. If you just want to put noon, AM or PM in, that's fine. Because what's going to happen is it's going to still give you the correct planets of that person's. It's not going to change. The only thing that the time thing is all about when you do an astrological chart is just based on that rising. You know, what was the sun and the moon rising in when your ass was in Venus or whatever. I mean, you know what I mean. But I mean, don't even worry about what the person's rising sign is. Actually, that's not going to be important. Well, it is important because the rising sign is like the mask of the astrological sign, the main sun sign. It's like the mask. It's like what they might appear to people to be as when they're really the Gemini or the Scorpio or the, you see what I'm saying? Like my rising is a silly Sagittarius. So I might get mistaken for a Sagittarius. Which I do often, so. But what's going to be important here is for you to look at the Mars and the Venus and those particular placements. You can look at the moon too. It'll tell you. You don't need the time for the moon. And let me get you a website that I like for that kind of stuff. That way you won't be getting too confused about, you know, where to go to look for that either. In case you don't have a preference. I don't see the website anymore. Hey Spirit, thanks for saying hi. Well, here's one. I'm pretty sure this will work. And also look up the Black Moon Lilith. I'll type that into chat so whenever you might want to come back and I don't know if that'll work, but it looks like a pretty decent calculator, unless you have a personal one you like. All these sites want birth city, and you don't know where she was born. She's probably born in New York. It doesn't matter where she was born. Okay, she could be born on the fucking moon, and her Venus would still be in whatever sign it would be in if you knew all that information. So you could put bumfuck nowhere. I promise, okay? Astrology is not that deep. It's only as deep as you might think it is. But I promise it's not that fucking deep. Alright, so you could put bumfuck nowhere and put noon as PM or AM as the time. The Mars is going to be the same, the Venus, the Black Moon, Lilith, all that stuff. The only reason that they want the time in the city is because of the rising sign. And you don't really need the rising sign because that's not going to tell you a lot other than, you know, what their mask is and what they might seem to be or portrayed as, but really they're not. It's just a doppelganger. And Black Moon Lilith. You want to look for a Black Moon Lilith chart. When I realized my Black Moon Lilith was in Virgo, things made so much more sense for me. I mean, I'll admit I'm a pious person and I now understand why, because of the Black Moon Lilith Virgo placement. Yay, you're Virgo, so's my mommy. And so are many of my bestest friends in my life. Yeah. Molly's a Virgo, Danielle's a Virgo, John's a Virgo, my mom's a Virgo, my aunt's a Virgo. I got a lot of Virgos around me. I need more Virgos. Sun Gemini, Moon Virgo, Mercury Gemini. Oh wow. We'll go over to Astro Finesse because you can go over there and differentiate like the difference between things. Like go look up, you know, her moon in Virgo, and he'll tell you all about what you need to know about. And he's very accurate, I promise. Okay. Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate you saying that. You're a triple Virgo. Wow. You're a sponge. So I'm Scorpio, but for some reason my astrological chart changed after that tsunami and earthquake hit Thailand all those years ago back in 2004. Because like supposedly the earth shifted so much off its axis that the way the stars aligned are not the way it used to be. But I don't know. I don't know if I believe that my rising is silly Sagittarius. I don't feel like a Sagittarius, and I don't think I look like a Sagittarius either. I think I definitely look like a Scorpio born on Halloween. Yep. The earth shifted by like just a few centimeters or whatever, or inches or whatever, and it shifted the whole galaxy and the earth and the way it was aligned. To the stars, that is. So like everything changed on the axis for astrological charts, but I don't know. You know, nothing has a meaning until it's given a meaning. But how amazing is it that all those stars in the sky are just incredible how amazing the universe is. And I think that, you know, it can be very easy for us to get stuck in a very, very small space in our minds that maybe doesn't let us play the wild card of too much in our ideas of what we can accomplish or have or see or be a part of. But I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've seen a lot that, you know, would probably scare a lot of you. But I know that just because I've wandered off to experience the things I have in my spiritual journey, you know, doesn't mean I'm lost. And you don't have to be lost either. Your spiritual purpose isn't always about just one person. It's about many, 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 many people that you'll meet in this lifetime that maybe you've met in a past life. And one that you will probably eventually meet again in the next. Or somewhere out there, because the consciousness never ends. Well, anyways, I'm going to do a collective love message from Spirit, and then I'm going to log out. And take my magical fairy princess vagina to bed. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. I'd like to do a collective love message tonight. This is for anybody who might be here tonight in chat, might see this see this and replay it back later. Maybe if there's somebody who might show up in the middle of the reading, I don't know. But I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides in regards to... I don't have one. Yeah, I'm just absolute translucent energy. I'm only a figmentation of your imagination. I'm just a hologram. Passion, lots of passion. Lots of passion. Not just the passion that you see in the picture, but finding out what your passion is in regards to many of the things in your life. Maybe it's the simple things, you know, as simple as a little kiss or a cuddle. Maybe it is the little things like, you know, your favorite food that comforts you, or maybe the special things that your loved ones do for you or have done for you in the past that, you know, you have passion for creating those nostalgic moments with them again and creating those moments for them as well. But as far as love and passion and go hand in hand, as this is the romance angel stick. This card is expressing that, once again, not just experiencing romance and passion in romance, but the intimacy of it elsewhere in your life. What else are you holding in your arms or holding in your heart, holding in place that you have passion for? It's time to start experiencing it, not just wanting to experience it. So allow your heart to sing. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I also feel this card is saying if you are a singer and you feel very passionate about singing, that you need to be singing. Maybe you love love songs. Maybe you love writing love songs. Maybe you want to write love songs. And you should. And you should. Spirit says you may find a new passionate hobby, and it will and it will likely be and very well may be, something that is creative, something that suggests art. Many of you will have started a new quest or will be starting a new quest with a new partner, maybe a new lover, maybe a new friend in the Chariot. Spirit's telling you, this is definitely a promise, and that you have to understand that the more that you stay in the likening of the idea of what you want, what are you going to go ahead and say about that? What are you going to do about that? Are you going to tell them how you feel? Are you going to ask what they want and how they want to operate around it? Are you going to find the courage to stay in the frame of mind that you want to be in? Do you have the capability for it to stay yummy, respectful, and loving in your heart? Or is there something that's going on that's kind of putting things at a stalemate? Maybe you're doubting. Maybe you feel that there is something that is, like I said, getting in the way of things. Maybe something that's making you feel as if you're not deserving of it. But that's not true. That's just your limiting beliefs and circumstances. So ask yourself, which version of yourself do you want in this Chariot, in this story, in this new beginning with your friends or a loved one or someone that you're feeling passionate about? Maybe you need to find a way to like, it's almost as if it's saying with the two horses, like, find a way to understand that staying in the embodying the idea of what you want in this new connection that you may find in love. It might be friendship, it might be platonic, it might be romantic, but find a way to not be the werewolf on the inside to yourself as well. That's what I feel like this card is saying to you in the Chariot regarding this collective love message. So what's it going to be? Are you going to move forward, or are you going to move backwards? Are you going to be the best version of yourself that you can be, or are you going to start going back and reverting to, maybe the doubtful version of yourself that feels like you can't be and do whatever you want with whatever passion you might have. It brings you joy and brings joy to others. But Spirit says there is a promise of a new beginning, and a new joy and a new passion for you, whatever that might be. And you'll move forward into it. You might be looking for rainbows as a sign that it's just right around the corner. Maybe you've worked on your self-concept, and maybe people that you don't really necessarily feel attracted to or even want to talk to anymore come out of the woodwork. And not your specific person, or not the person you might want to be communicating this kind of stuff with. But that just means like you're working on your you've been working on your self-concept, so people are generally going to start becoming more attracted to you the more you work on your self-concept. So keep that in place, you know, working on that best version of yourself that you're comfortable with. Not that somebody else would be comfortable with, but you. If you can't be comfortable with yourself, how can you expect other people to be comfortable with you? Alright? So, you know, work on it. If you need guidance in regards to that, do it. Get the help. Don't be afraid to ask questions and be yourself. You know, and taking a leap of faith in your love story will really bring you some justice. Try not to be too impulsive. Did the spirit box just laugh? But anyways, you know, just stay focused on the story that you want. You don't have to let anything go, okay? And you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But the Fool is telling you that you may have to take this leap of faith. It very well could be marriage. It very well could be a committed relationship. It could maybe just be a commitment ceremony. Even if it's just to yourself, to your balance, your self-care, your passion for, once again, being that best version of yourself that you want to be. If you're single, you know, being happy with being single can be really good for you before you get into another relationship or get into a relationship to begin with. I'm just speaking from personal experience. I've been in a lot of relationships. Have they been romantic? No. But I feel like there's more to passion and love and caring and intimacy than just, you know, sex and being boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife. I think friends can be that as well. Thanks so much, Robbie. I appreciate you coming by tonight and hanging out. Thanks so much, Molly, for coming by and hanging out and moderating tonight. I know it's been kind of crazy. I'll be back. I'm gonna go for now. I have to get some rest. You too, Robbie. COT. What a cute name. Good night, everyone. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Thank you so much for your kindness and the chat and just hanging out tonight. I appreciate you. I'm going to turn the spirit box off right now. Good night, spirits. Thanks for making us laugh. And thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And thanks for reaching out to Strawberry. And thanks for being good to us. And we'll come back and remember you and talk to you tomorrow. Alright, good night, you guys. Sweet dreams when you get there. Alright, well, keep me updated about the storms. In the meantime, I'll be here trying to get my appetite back. Good night. Kalanita. Music is sacred.